These are things guys say when they like you. And if you need more videos like these, then I suggest you click follow. Okay, let's get into it. Number 1, guys are very visual, like it or not. If a guy says to you, "You look so good without makeup," most guys are clueless and have no idea that they're insulting you. And in other words, are trying to say that they think you are naturally very pretty. It's also a very good indicator if a guy compliments your style. If you don't like somebody, you are not paying attention to what they're wearing. Number 2, again, very visual. If a guy tells you you have such nice eyes, or anything along the lines of that, he definitely likes you and it's not just a passing compliment. Because why is he staring into them so much? Riddle me that. And number 3, if he asks you anything to do with your talents or hobbies, homeboy has learned a thing or two, and he's trying to get to know you and talk to you on a deeper level, specifically about the things that interest you. Because who doesn't want to talk about themselves just a little bit? So if there's a guy you know who does all these things, he likes you. This is what not to say to your crush, unless you just never want to see them again, ever. If you're new here and you want to find out how to get your crush to like you, then I suggest you click follow. Let's get into it. Number 1, do not text them what you're doing or what you're saying. Not only is it a low effort text, but I'm pretty sure most of us still don't know the correct way to respond. So to avoid them overthinking it and not responding, just don't send that text. Number 2, if you're in the getting to know each other stage, there is bound to be a point where you reach the dreaded ex territory. Now, what you absolutely should not do, no matter how awful they were, is tell them how much of a horrible person they were. Especially if you're painting yourself out to be an angel. Because there's 2 sides to every story. And if you don't take any accountability for the breakup, then that right there is a red flag. And not only this, it is telling them your vulnerable parts and showing them the standard that you set for yourself and allow. Instead, tell them what you learnt from that relationship, if you have to. Number 3, so the conversation's flowing. They're telling you about themselves, and you constantly find yourself saying, "Oh my god, no way, same. Oh my god, me too." Rein it in, babes. If you're doing too much, you're gonna sound like a yes man or a yes girl. It's good to be you and have your differences. That way there is balance and harmony in the world. Oh, and lastly, telling them about another person that you're speaking to, or that you like or find attractive, just to see if they get jealous. That right there is one of the biggest turn-offs known to man. Don't do it. First date conversation starters that you need to know about. And if you need more videos like these, then I suggest you click follow. First thing you're going to do when you see them is compliment them on their outfit or tell them that they smell good. Both are elite compliments that do not mention their physical appearance, but compliment their taste. Then they let their guard down and it enables you to have another conversation about where they got it from. Number 2 is the best icebreaker known to man. People watch together and come up with a life story for each person that you see. This is the perfect way to weed out the boring people. Number 3, if your date consists of going out for drinks, the best thing ever is when you've had a few playing Would You Rather. If they give any similar answers to what you would, you can jump in and expand on that with your own stories. Or if they say something that is so out there, you can reply with something like, "Oh my god, I am gonna need you to explain that to me right now." Instantly, this is opening up completely different conversations. Obviously, at some point, you're going to want to actually get to know them. So ask them open-ended questions. But, and I stand by this, the best one to end the date on is, what's your favourite movie? Because if you like the person, then you can just say that you've never watched it and that you should watch it together sometime. Which means there's no awkwardness asking them on a second date because you just did. This is what not to do on a first date, unless you actively don't want to see them again. If you're new here and your dating life sucks, then I would highly advise clicking follow. Number 1, do not go to the movies or settle for Netflix and chill. This is a low effort cop-out where you two are not going to be talking much at all. Most likely quite the opposite. The only way I would give this the green light is if you do something afterwards. Like go for food or an arcade, just somewhere where you two can actually talk and get to know each other. Number 2, just put your phone down. Face down, preferably, so you're not going to get distracted by the notifications that pop up on your phone. And if for some reason the conversation fizzles out, do not, I repeat, do not, panic and show them your camera roll from the last 5 years. Especially if this is someone that you've just met. There are only so many times that you can hear the words, "You had to be there." Don't do it. Number 3, as much as you may think you've just found the love of your life, Do not confess to that and start talking about future plans together. Baby names and dream wedding venues are completely off the table for a first date. That being said, you should absolutely talk about you and your future plans. Just make sure there is a very good balance between you talking about yourself and asking them questions. There is nothing worse than being on a date with someone who does not stop talking about themselves. Lastly, do not over-compliment their appearance. If you're on a date together, it's obvious that you both find each other attractive. But after getting to know someone a little bit, a compliment on their character is 10 times better. Here are some compliments that don't include someone's physical appearance. You're welcome. This is how to make her nervous and give her butterflies. If you're new here and need all the dating cheat codes you can get, then I suggest you click follow. Number 1, be a gentleman with a twist. When you open the door for her, just lightly touch her lower back, like you're guiding her through. Obviously, only if you know her on a certain level, because otherwise that will get you in a lot of trouble. But if you're seeing each other or you're together, absolute power move. Number 2, send her a song and tell her it reminds you of her. Instantly, she's going to be nervous and get butterflies because she is going to want to know particularly which lyrics relate to her. This is like the shit girl's dream of. So let her just live her main character life, okay? And number 3, trust me when I say this is going to bring on Niagara Falls. When you guys are in the car together and she's passenger princess and goes to hold your hand, you all know that moment where you need to switch gears. Just stay holding her hand and move the gear stick. This is like the thigh thing, but on steroids. This is how to make him obsessed with you from date number 1. Let's get into it. First thing you're going to do is get down to the science of it. On your first date, you're going to make sure that your neck is out. Turtlenecks, scarves, completely off limits. Let the pheromones do their thing. They've got to have some breathing room to at least try and reach his nostrils. Super low effort, and if it's not meant to be, Mother Nature simply did not approve. Number 2, trust me on this one, you're going to wear the colour pink. Subconsciously, this is giving them thoughts of feminine, caring energy. And being in your feminine energy on this first date is exactly what you need to do. Subconsciously, he's going to have no idea why, but he's going to want to assert his dominance. And girlie, don't worry, if pink is not your colour and you don't like wearing it, let me put you on to the best makeup product I've ever come across. This pink powder from Doll 10 is about to change your life. First of all, it's smelling a little bit of strawberry Nesquik. Second of all, it has a tiny little trampoline applicator so that you only take as much powder as you need. The subtlest pop of pink that blends so magically into your blush it should be illegal, and brightens your under eye, which makes your eyes pop. Okay, watch and learn. I simply cannot. Go grab yourself one of those ASAP. And lastly, number 3, if you actually want to drive this man crazy, there is one simple thing to do. Just wear lip gloss. Because those shiny lips are going to make him subconsciously think of other shiny lips, if you know what I'm saying. And that, darling, is how I met your father.